us something about any memories from the shoot of the video and anything that you can remember about Prince's vision for what he wanted to portray in the video itself.
Well, when we met, I kept sending him belly dance music, and then I remember when I flew in and I was playing the Sills, and then 7 came about, and I was like, okay, what is this? And I knew he was big into numbers and stuff like that, but I didn't really know until the video, and then listening to the lyrics. And doing the video was interesting because we started at first at Paisley Park, and it wasn't supposed to be a single, but he still wanted to film it. So we shot, and it was nice, but then when the record company got behind him to release it, then he was like, all right, we're going big. And that's when we flew to California, and they made this set, which was it was like the size of this table, and then the camera to make it look like a palace. But that, if you look closely, it's little mini stick figures. And it's funny because we shot underneath, so the thing was high up in the camera, and then we were underneath it, really high, really down low. And then we go back to Paisley, and he keeps changing. I'm like, what are you doing? And he would change and run down, and then go down the elevator and come down, and then again. And I was just watching him. Just kept going, like, what's going on? And then nobody knows this, but I helped save a lot of the videos back then. Because back then, now it's so much easier to edit music videos because you sync them up, and then, but it drives them nuts that the editors didn't have rhythm, they didn't know what the hi-hat was, the kick, so it was always off beat, so I would fix it. And then finally I was like, you know what, I'm gonna learn how to do this, and I took a course. But it was a spiritual thing. It was the happiest I'd ever seen him doing that video. Well, no, that's not true. I take that back, but it was one of the times I'd seen him that he was really, really happy and cooperative and excited. It was great. It was funny because I was gonna go to Egypt, and he was like, no, you're not. You're gonna go on tour. And Diamonds and Pearls, I was only in 2 numbers. It was like, I did Diamonds and Pearls, and then I think the opening, did I open with 7? No, with Thunder. I opened with Thunder, and then a little snippet with Cream. And I remember he kept touring, he was like, don't worry. And then this whole princess thing came out, and I was like, what? I was like, okay, that's funny. I mean, he knew my stage name was Princess Mayte. But, the 3 Chains of Turin, I was like, okay, let's go with it. And it was fun, and he kept saying, you gotta act like you are royalty. And I'm like, okay. But it's just, he had a beautiful visual of what he wanted to see, and the songs, you're young, you don't really listen to it, you're like, Morning Neighbors. But then I'm like, wait. And one time I think I was backstage going, he realized that she was new to love? Oh, it's me! And just then listening to all the songs, and it just was a beautiful story. And I actually fixed that hole, because he started with one director, went with another director, and then was like, you do it. It's like, me? So I put all of that and tried to make sense. And if you look closely in that 7 DVD compilation, VCR, VHS one, I had to slick the bangs back because I'd already had bangs. I was like, oh, I gotta. So if you notice, there's one part where I get an invite to go to Love to the Nines photo shoot. I got bangs, but I was trying. I was like, ooh, look at this back. To try to get the curl that I had, and that was breakage, by the way. That whole curl was not purposeful. It was breakage. So we did a little curl. That was his idea. Do a curl. I was like, okay. And then the curl stayed. When we got married, he just kind of let go of everybody, but the phones kept ringing. So him and I used to answer the phone. I'd be like, 1-800 Funk, can I help you? I need to order, blah, blah, blah. And then he did it, and I'm like, you better change your voice because you're gonna find out it's you. And some people did. They're like, is this? And I'm like, and he'd click, he'd turn off. And they'd be like, is this my turn? I'm like, yeah, it is. And I remember feeling like, dude, we gotta hire some people. I can't keep answering the phone because the orders came like crazy. But no, it was me. I was the operator. The one video, yeah. I mean, he wrote the song, and I had directed my own video. And Randy did If I Love You Tonight, but then he was like, okay, you do Rhythm of Your Heart. I want to do Ain't No Place Like You. He's like, no, we'll do Ain't No Place Like You later. Let's do Rhythm of Your Heart. And I did it, and he loved it. And then he was like, okay, it's your turn to do mine. I was like, oh, God. Okay. And he wanted me to write a treatment, and I did. My sister helped me. And I gave it to him, like professional, and he read it, and he's like, okay, yeah, let's do it. I was like, really? I didn't think he'd go that far, but like we did propaganda films. We worked with them before. We hired them as producers, and the budget, and I wanted CGI. We had this beautiful visual of it being a Nickelodeon, and the funny thing of that. It was just, I couldn't believe how free-flowing he was of all my ideas, and I'd heard him like talk to directors like, nope, not doing it. I'd hear it, and I'm like, oh yeah, definitely not do that. But I really had a visual of this song, and he listened to everything that I wanted, up to like the outfit that he wore. I mean, it was his idea for the bread. He's like, how about I eat a piece of bread and it gets stuck and I gotta get water? I'm like, yes, and then you stand up to knock on the door, and that was his addition to it. And of course the writing, and if you guys look at the Nickelodeon, on this, all of it is backwards writing of what he wanted to add to it, which I thought was beautiful.